Hi everybody, so today's tutorial I am going to do some airbrushing. I have the Elementwo Pro kit and I just love it. A lot of makeup artists don't actually go down the airbrushing path, and I just find that it is one of the best inventions ever for makeup. I really enjoy it. Yes, it's not suited for every skin type, but it is amazing on the skin types that it suits. So what I'm going to show you today is actually applying the airbrushing makeup to myself. I've already done one side, so I've only done the base at this point. I'm using all Elementwo products, so they are absolutely beautiful. So we have a range of foundations, blushes, bronzers, everything just to do the base work. So what I've done so far is I've already done my eyes and my brows. I like to do all of that work first, and then I like to come through and do the base afterwards. I've already prepped the skin with a primer, and I've already concealed. The reason you conceal before airbrushing is because obviously the foundation is actually going to sit over the whole lot, so we don't want to come in afterwards with anything that's going to stick on top of that. So the big thing with your airbrushing is making sure, now I've mixed two foundations to make the right colour. Always check. You can actually put this on with a brush as well if you wanted to, not just with your gun. The gun obviously gives that really flawless look that sits really, really well. So I've mixed everything together. To mix them, I put my thumb and my finger on top and I just pull back as well, and those colours just mix into the gun together. I've got it set on medium airflow, and I'm just going to come in, turn it on. To have this going, I'm going to push down and back, and I'm going to sit at about 3/4 of the way through just to get a nice flow through. You want to really make sure that you stay consistent, and you want to have some nice circular motions. I like medium-sized circles. I like to, because I like a full coverage, I actually go a little bit closer than some people do. When coming up around the eyes, it's always nice just to get your client to close their eyes. The air can actually just be a little bit annoying, really, on that eye area. You can do some slightly more like stroke-like patterns as well after you've done a few circular motions. Come down to the décolletage area if you need to. You can see that I'm a little bit red from the weekend. So just staying with those circular motions. They always recommend about 8 drops per face. I do like a full face of makeup, so I actually go about 12 actually. Always make sure you're keeping note of how many drops you're doing in case you need to actually remix, especially for a client. You want to get that consistent. Now I'm just going to keep brushing over in these circular motions until my product is actually gone. But you can see how flawless that look is already. I love the airbrushing. Skin types is hard. I often find airbrushing is probably suited for quite young skin with a lot of elasticity in it. It's not as good for mature skin, so always do a trial if you're going to recommend it to anyone. Great. Don't forget those ears. And if you can hear that, the product is now on its way out, and we'll get just a more of an airflow now that's just going to dry that just a little. Okay. Now what I'm going to come in and do, I'm not even going to clean that. I'm going to come in now with my highlighter. So I've chosen the CBH 02, which is the peach highlighter. With airbrushing, make sure that you're always really shaking everything. Now with the highlight, really 2 to 3 drops is all you'll need for your whole face. I'm going to come in, turn that on. I'm just going to pop that thumb and finger on and just pull back, and any of the foundation is just going to mix with that highlighter just a little if there is any left. Coming around the outer corner of the eye, in that C section, on the top of the cheekbones there. These highlighters and bronzers come in all different colours too, so you can get some great ones to match your skin. Coming down the bridge of the nose, top of the lip, and a little on the chin. And just the remainder always around that cheekbone. Now what I like to do, because I'm not cleaning in between, I'm actually going to then go into the next lightest colour. So instead of going straight from highlight to bronze, I'm going to go highlight to blush. I'm actually going to mix 2 blush colours together today. I'm going to do some of the cherry blossom and some of the tea rose. So a nice mix of those. And I'm just going to do like a drop and a half each of those. Again, don't forget to shake them. I've actually pre-shaken a lot of these as well, so I would actually shake them a lot more than what you're seeing me do. Again, turning it on, not changing the setting, thumb and finger, pulling back, mixing anything that's left in there. Always just clearing that thumb off and putting everything back in. So you can see it has a beautiful pearl to it as well. Gorgeous colour. Now, coming into our bronzer. Now the bronzers here, they have a shimmer and they have a matte. I'm going to go the shimmer today. It's a beautiful spring day and we're going to go out, so I don't mind having that extra little shimmer through. Now with the bronzer, I've just done 2, actually I'll go 3 drops. And when we're coming through to do that, I'm actually going to pull the machine back just a little bit further than what I have. I want a nice shadow, so we just don't want a sharp line coming through. So turning it on, sucking in your lips and coming through that cheekbone area, around through your jawline, up along your hairline a little, down the nose and under the lip. You can hear that colour is actually running out, but I don't want too much around my nose and everything anyway, so I'm happy with how that's going. I'm not going to add any more. The same techniques apply whenever you're doing your contouring and things, no matter what machine or brush you're using. You really just want to kind of stick with those same simple rules, just coming up from the corner of the lip to the hairline, from the eyebrow down to the nose, up under there a little, down again, and it's just across the hairline here. And I like to do my jaw just because I've got that squareness through here. Now you can go over that just with that air until it's dry. I'm feeling quite dry already. Now I'm going to come through with a setting powder. Now this is actually the Elementwo setting powder. It goes with the airbrushing machine, and I'm going to come through and just lightly, and this is the actual Elementwo powder brush. It's really big, it's dual fibre, it's really beautiful. Come through and just set that, just a light amount of powder. I like to set all my brides with this. It just gives that extra longevity again. And as we know, as makeup artists, people are always paying to actually get something that's going to last. So if you've done your décolletage, make sure you powder your décolletage. The Elementwo products are all a type of product that sits on the skin beautifully, and it really gives that long last. So normally I would say you'd get anywhere from 10 to 15 hours out of an airbrushing application. And there you go. So we've got a really nice colours through and just a really lovely coverage. Here is the Elementwo machine, so it's a nice portable one, just a nice little size, and I can literally just take that with me everywhere on my bookings. Well, I hope you've learnt a lot, and I hope you really enjoy that. I really recommend having airbrushing in your kit. It just gives you that step up against everybody else. The amount of you know, booking inquiries that I get because I do airbrushing is phenomenal. So yeah, I highly recommend it. Thanks guys.